And both runners are off. Ready? As it always has been in the beginning, both players start from the series space station, just working their way through the rooms. Nice little silent ambience for a little coffee date with Ridley, discussing some future Metroid business, in which both players will take a little bit of abuse from Ridley just to damage themselves right below 30 energy, in which after they will make their escape, which is in their best interest because obviously we don't want any runs dying in series, of course. Let's see what kind of times they get though. It's always good to see. Typically a lot of runners decide whether they want to continue their run based on their series time or not. 4201 with Stump. Duck is not far behind, getting a nice 3787. And Stump, in a rush, of course, to make his way down Criteria, and we'll take the elevator to get the Morph Ball ability. And here's hoping we see a little bit of the newly discovered duck route, my preferred route for this category. I'm certain that Stump will actually be taking the old route. After these 2 item pickups, they're gonna revisit the rest of Blueprint Star later. It's typically done after they've defeated Ridley. Oh, Duck going with a nice strat down construction zone. But yes, so the only items they'll be collecting for now is simply Morph Ball and missiles. After that, they head back up to Criteria, heading back up after picking up Morph, and the missiles awakens the planet, so good to see. One of the most troubling, but Stump doing a really good climb. The climb room can be a bit of a pain. Doesn't matter really what method you can go for, the ledge grabs or just climbing the platforms or wall jumps. Wall jumps also take a little bit of mastery, but it's really just because the pirates are that bit of a nuisance that just keep knocking you down. if you don't eliminate them, or if you just can't really avoid them. And here we are with a 5:18 bomb time for Stump, which is actually is a good time according to his PB. And Duck is also really not far behind. He's about to approach Bomb Terizo, pick up bombs. Just a standard fight. The only confusing part about it is knowing when to shoot Bomb Terizo with the missiles in order to get a nice one round. There we see Stump taking off, attempting Alcatraz, also a tricky beginner strat. But pulling it off nicely. Well dropped, Stump. And here, these drops by Bomb Terizo. But no issue there. Good kill by Captain Duck. Really ducked him up there. I see that Stump is opting to kill the space pirates there. Really just sometimes a preference. Others just skip right past them, taking the damage. And then just as soon as Stump goes down here into Green Brinstar, he's gonna attempt another one of the basic beginner strats is the mock ball, which is being able to move around in ball form while retaining the running speed. And in order to get that, also doing it on the way back, in order to get a mock ball itself, is you want to be practicing how to soft morph, which is when you morph into a ball in midair and you land, you're going to see that Samus has like a little bouncing animation. And in order to prevent that, you want to morph around the last few frames before touching the ground, which is a soft morph. And then as you're running and soft morphing, and then immediately holding the same direction you were running, you were able to retain that speed, morphing into a ball. There we see Captain Duck getting it. Oh, and he's gonna collect these first. I see, so it would make sense for Captain Duck to go to here, because then he doesn't really have to waste any time trying to attempt the reverse mock ball, because he still has to go up to collect the super missiles. Essentially, this section of the game is pretty much intended in any category, or if anything, if every category, to get those early supers. For extra heavy artillery, unless you're doing the intended route, which is just playing the game the intended way. Good collection time as well by Stump. Really ahead on his PB. So is Captain Duck, really. Duck is having a really nice pace here. And then the game that teaches you how to hold run, how to hold the dash button, running over the new bridge. The only way you could actually really find out is, I guess, if you read the instruction manual. or if you happen to check the controller settings before starting the game. Otherwise, a lot of casual players. Ooh, that's a good deep boost too. And here we go, the duck route. Just straight up skipping spore spawn, going for the actual first supers, intended supers, but of course not getting them the intended way. We applaud you, Captain Duck, saving off that second. After which he will also be heading down Red Tower to have a little word with Kraid from Kraid's list. Yep. Duck wasting no time, collects charge, and is out of Pink Brinstar. Meanwhile, Stump just running across Kraid's lair, shooting the Ghidorah in the eye. Oh, Duck also opts to collect the pipe missiles here, which is good. It's been referred to some of the missiles that some speedrunners happen to miss sometimes. But Stump's going to attempt the Kraid quick kill. He's going to shoot 2 missiles. The first, or he's just going to get him to get his mouth open. And yeah. Which also really works. There's many variants to the Kraid quick kill. And this one works for Stump, with also more time save, getting Varia. So yeah, the missile that he shot was just to get Kraid to open his mouth, and then the supers, if you time it correctly, when you land the first super missile, Kraid's mouth is stunned open, which gives you the window to shoot an additional, pretty much the additional missiles needed to annihilate Kraid. And a killer mouth ball. Well, I think we have a nice little elevator fight right here. There's also a very smooth going down business center for Stump. Yeah, you want to kill that Caparos as quickly as possible so that you can just jump up, shoot the door open, and you don't have to deal with it again. Because if you shoot open that gray door after you kill the Caparos, it will turn it blue for after you get the high jump boots. And I assume here that what Captain Duck is doing in this duck route is he's going to collect these and then head up to Kraid to get Varia. Although he could also attempt the Hell Duck route and do a couple of Hell runs, which means going through Norfair without Varia, and of course you take damage over time. But what Duck is doing is good. It's good. That was really, really good. That stump skipped the final boss, the cap attack. And then here we have Captain Duck's take on killing Kraid, which looks like he's gonna go for the charge shot method. No, he's just gonna take him nice and slow. Meanwhile, Stump collecting speed booster just to give him that extra fastness that he needs. Plus, this item is required for this category. Also, really fast kill by Duck there. Sometimes runners aren't really familiar with the Kraid patterns, and so the situation can turn just a little bit more complicated than expected. But Duck is all too familiar to the threats of Kraid. Stump is now going to make headway to Crocomire to say hello to Norfair's official Gerber baby. He's going to take him out really fast, collect the missiles, the power bombs, the first power bombs, and the hook shot of the game, the grappling meme. Duck will follow suit, and from here, after he heads back down to Norfair, he's gonna go pick up Speed Booster and Wave as well. Unless he chooses to go for Ice Beam. If he wants to Mach Ball. I see. Oh. Nope, looks like he is gonna... Oh, wait. Okay, so he's gonna try to use the door transition as somewhat of a buffer to get him in the right positioning. And Crocomire here has some really unusual RNG. Really depends on when he chooses to swipe at you. Give you the E Honda. 2 to 3 swipes, really, or rounds of swipes, I should say. His Fury swipes, depends. That's average. Duck showing that sweet duck route. I think Stump just wants to go for a nice little spike suit. Double frame perfect, but of course it's always good to get. It's always a good feeling. Sticks and stones may break Crocomire's bones, but yeah, that acid's still gonna destroy him. Now, Stump entering the pantry room. Some players opt to pick up the missiles first. Yeah. They can try and spark their way up there, or they could just wall jump, as Stump did. The wall jump, launching yourself off from the slope there, tends to save a little bit more time. It's one of the most difficult missiles to actually get, especially the intended way, I'd say. Nice. I am loving this route. Whew. Duck just going for the Norfair Reserve right now. Just bathing a little bit in that buffalo sauce. We don't need that sort of duck right now. Yeah, that's what we like, duck. Stump getting the short charge, sparking his way back up so that he can finally escape this section of the game. And then he will make his way out of Norfair, head over to Wreck Ship, so that we can pay a nice little visit to our exiled Fantoon. You know, the cartoon elephant that everyone loves and adores. He reminds me of Bing Bong. Bing Bong, Bing Bong. From Inside Out. Except Bing Bong's nice. So I would say, yeah, this is where I would argue that the run starts to get a little difficult. Only because, well, I mean, it looks like Stump has some really good health. But even then, Fantoon is such a troll boss that even if you get the kill, you still have to go through the spiky death room, which is also a potential run ender. So yeah, it's pretty dangerous from here on out, but it's a good thing we have these speedrunners who love to live dangerously. Here we go, the second alpha spark of the category. Nice. We like that right there. Stump having no issues. Meanwhile, Duck taking a stroll right down over to pick up the wave beam. Say hello, everyone. Captain Duck waves, and we wave back. Also a good strat by Stump to just annihilate the Rippers, just to make that red tower climb easier, quicker. The reason I really enjoy this tournament also is because, first of all, 100% really lets you exercise around the entire planet. Some good maneuvering. Also, Duck picked up the Bubble Mountain missiles. That's also swaggy. And far often, it's a category that's not often explored, only because everyone wants to grind their times down in the any percent category. But I would say that it's doing the 100% route can really get a player familiar with how to navigate through the rooms, what strats work for them, which could also potentially help out and transfer over to their any percent runs. Overall, it's fun. Even the practice is fun. Duck launching those super missiles. This is why we call it Super Metroid, because of all the supers and all the, well, some Metroids. Actually, this is Metroid. You play as Metroid. Oh, the goop spark! Ugh! It's alright. We're fine. We can get this. You got the stump. There we go. No issue there. Horizontal spark. Entering the wrecked ship. I must admit, this part of the game when I was younger, back when I was a wee lad of 20 years old, this part of the game spooked me a little. Enter the Fantoon. Let's hope for some good patterns, and we can play the mod game actually. Everyone, guess the number 1 through 10. Fast. Fantoon patterns equals mod status. Slow equals a permaban. Good luck, everyone. Good luck. Oh, that's a fast. Here we go. Oh, and I see that Stump also has Wave, Spazer, and Charge. So this should make for a nice little 3-round Fantoon. Now, runners can pretty much anticipate. Nice kill. Wow, that's a really good kill. Anticipate where Fantoon is going to open up its eyeball. And there's the spark method. For Duck in the pantry room, will open up its eyes for a little bit of Visine. But if you are to pause anytime during the Fantoon fight, you can actually mess up the patterns, and it will open up in parts of the room that you really don't anticipate it. So you can change essentially somewhat of the patterns when you pause the game. And of course, then you have to unpause because obviously you want to keep playing. Alright, so Stump wants to play really careful now, because after he collects the super missiles on the left, he will be making his entry to the spiky death room. Good idea also by Duck to just farm a little. Just farm some health and some missiles, some sweat. Oh, be careful, Stub. Be careful. Take your time here. Excellent. The only tricky part about those platforms is it's really landing on them, because there's we do what is called ledge grabbing, which is pretty much just angling up or down before as we reach up to a ledge above us, just to save some more time and not spend so much time in air trying to land. And so if you ledge grab onto one of the spiky platforms, 69 by the way for Stump, you could mess yourself up and accidentally get damaged, somewhat KO, clipping through the platform. Or even if you were to turn around as you're in air, you can also clip right through the platform. But Stump plays it really safe. Duck just splashing around a little bit. That's alright. We're gonna get him to a bigger pond. These puddles is nothing. We're gonna get to the ocean. So thankfully, Stump survived that. A contender for the worst room in the game, only because the runs can die there. Because the player could potentially die. And almost right after is the work robot room, which is also a speedrunner's nightmare, because although you can't really die from it, except maybe of a heart attack trying to make it through these robots, because they cost you precious time. But they're only annoying. Stump had no problems there. Good RNG. In this case, not RNG, that's just a robot. They only do as they're programmed. Duck is just really climbing up on his PB. He's got this. Quick shine spark across attic, just so that he can avoid everything. Doesn't have to deal with any of the enemies. I believe he's gonna, yep, he sparked here for these missiles as well. Let's go, Duck. Duck also playing it really safe. Just gonna group these giant side hoppers. Gonna wait for them to die. To death, and then collect these power bombs. Just refill. Collect some more. Also, something many players don't really know is the yapping moss. Oh, ooh, oh! Good, clean, short. Well, there was a goose part, but that was a really good short charge by Stump. Nice and nestled in Mother Chozo's arms. Let her rock you to sleep as you check your Tinder, your MySpace, your Zanga. Check up on your RuneScape. Just rest. Hush, little Metroid, don't shed a tear. Mother Brain's gonna buy you a mockingbird. That's not the song, how it goes. Here we go. So Now, after these final items to pick up the missiles and the Norfair, or excuse me, the Norfair, the reserve tank, Stump's gonna pick up the gravity suit and make his way to the gauntlet. Oh, and please, please, let's have some good RNG for Captain Duck. He's full captain and full duck, hence his name, Captain Duck. Although, of course, Captain Duck has some really good health here. Open sesame, says the duck to the Ghidorah as he obliterates it. Oh, there we go. Nice fast. Still a good pattern. Still a good pattern. Okay, that up smash. That ain't Falcon. Ooh, another fast. Ooh. Yeah, so since Duck is doing the missiles to kill Fantoon, missiles do 100 damage each, and Fantoon has 2,500. No. Yeah, 2,500 health. So basically, pumping 25 missiles is enough. Also, supers seem to do more than what they usually do to Fantoon. They actually do double the damage. So instead of the 300 that a super would regularly do, it would do 600. So that's why some speedrunners, well, especially if you're doing new route, they shoot 19 missiles at Fantoon and then shoot one super. And that's the name of the game. Duck is close. Duck is safe though, but Duck is close. Ugh, so close. And Stump having really no issues here at the gauntlet. Nice and safe drops. Easy. Good runs. Really good patience for the both of them. Now Stump will be heading back down to Brinstar, and he's gonna pay a visit to our favorite furry little friends. You know, the ones that we enjoy not living, the Eticoons. Want to be careful with this jump that's coming up. Nice and slow. Making it nice. No troll pitfall here, because that's not the name of this game. That's another game named Pitfall, where you play as Harry Potter and you just fall down pits. There they are. Eticoons, good for nothings. You just teach us how to wall jump from one wall to another. Good strategy. Good idea for Duck to save at this save station. Cannot risk dying at the spiky death room of spikes, you know. So I applaud you. I applaud you, Captain. You're a brave soul. Opening the door for Wavegate E-Tank and also the blocks that would prevent you from entering this hidden passage to these pink Burnstar power bombs. He's just gonna skip these giant side hoppers, collect their loot. Captain Duck is going to opt not to wade around in this water. Shoutouts to Wade, speedrunner extraordinaire. Stump setting up for Spore Spo skip. Spore Spawn is actually just a fanfiction boss that the chat made up, and it doesn't exist. We just like to call these super missiles after a boss that has never even been thought of except in chat. So good setup, good job collecting that bosses, mini bosses, apparently. Supers. I just gotta hope for a nice, clean, sweet. Yep, here we are. Attic for Captain Duck. 1, 2, 3 supers, 4, 5. Just relentless bloodbath up in the attic. Good job. Gotta get rid of these bender robots. We don't want the players to kiss their shiny metal butts here. No, not here. Not at Speed Gaming. Here we want to go fast. Bye, Bender. Stump finishing up. Pink Brinstar will be collecting the pipe missiles down in the Green Hill Zone. Now, Stump plays a power bomb there, and you're gonna think, what is up with that power bomb lag reduction? Well, it's not actually to reduce lag there, ladies and gentlemen. It's actually to open the door up to Blue Brinstar, which he will be entering through on his way back after collecting X-rays. So it's a very keen observation of you, chat. But that is what he's doing. I think Duck is going to be farming health here, just so that he doesn't have to make a refill at the ship. And it looks like he will grapple across bowling. Commentator's curse messed him up for that one, but there we go. Touchdown! Stump, now in Meridia. Every Metroid player is favorite water park. Duck just nice and tucked there. Oh, mother eventually has to let go so that her little duckling can be set free and explore the rest of the planet. Man. No issue for Stump there. He's just swimming with style. Quick E-Tank collection and not the mama turtle room. Easy pickup there for those missiles as well. Duck, well, Duck can already swim in water, but I mean, why not look good while doing it? Picking himself up a nice little gravity suit. Looking good there, Duck, looking good. $69 health for Duck. Looking really good now. Ooh, I think Stump got that crab skip. Whew. Oh, that brings joy. That brings heart to my joy. Right. Stump. Okay, so Duck is going to stop, refill at the ship, and Stump is just gonna clean up the rest of Meridia Beach. Pick up these 2 items here. Duck will set himself up now for the Gauntlet Spark. Or no, actually, this is the Duck route, so he's gonna do something different, something swaggy, something that us as viewers didn't know we wanted. Again, really, this category, if you have a preferred method to run it, go for it. You know, you're playing the game, you're having fun. Why not? I feel like that's what's important about this tournament as well. Yep, doing it the fast way, living in the fast lane. Meanwhile, Stump making quick work of that pesky snack. Nope, don't even worry about it. Stump will be picking up that E-Tank later. Getting a nice halfie. Called halfie because that spark pretty much transportates. Just pretty much shoots you right into the middle of the Coliseum room. Duck is heading back down. Down the shaft here. Gonna collect the old Mother Brain missiles. And Stump approaching Dragon. Shoutouts to Bub Gump. Alright. Gonna get some nice. Look at these little shrimp. Little shrimp wads just teasing you. Can't even hit you and you can't hit them. It's a lose-lose. So for this fight, oh, I see. So for this fight, what Stump is doing is he got a short charge, and he's got gooped intentionally by Dragon so that he can set up for the grapple kill. But upon getting grabbed by Dragon, he made sure to set off a shine spark to retain that blue suit that you see on your screen right now, which is actually having a permanent shine spark, one-time use only. And in this state, Stump must be careful to avoid hitting the dash button, because that will make Samus lose the blue suit. Nice little D boost. And really, this blue suit in this category, of course, is to make the travel back out of Coliseum easier. Getting a goop spark, that's alright. Here we have a nice little safe strat called the Kevin Spacey, which is where you space jump across the entire Coliseum room. And Duck cleaned out Blueprint Star. Cleaned out all of that. Oxy cleaned out, I should say, because he did pay a visit to the Billy Mays missiles. Duck just keeps getting golds and golds and golds and golds. That's one lucky duck. That's a mighty duck. That's a Darkwing Duck. So for the duck route, after collecting Blueprint Star items, he heads back to Pinkprint Star and is gonna pretty much work his way backwards. He's gonna collect this. He's already gotten the Spore Spawn super missiles. So I'm assuming that he's gonna get the Wavegate E-Tank after, and then jump up to the power bombs and the missiles in Pinkprint Star, and then work his way back to the Atacoon, saving the worst for last, essentially. Got nice pants there for Stump. And he can now chill with some Shaq Tool. Listening to some of Shaq's raps. I can dig it. Can you? Shaq! Who's that bad robot? Shaq! Yeah, this Shaq Tool just takes a while. Just wait. Wait for it to open the path. You can also use those snails to help you out there. Make the process a little quicker. Quicker for skipper. But we don't do that here. Just gonna rely on good old Shacky. Collect Spring Ball and dip. wave one more time for Shack Tool. Shack! Nice clean space jumps. It's gonna head up the toilet bowl, collect plasma beam. Here we see Duck. Heading down to collect the last few items in Green Brinstar. Maybe that's why I always feel like saying Brinstar with like a British accent. Because of the br. Anyway, after he collects these few items in Green Brinstar, he's gonna Brexit and will be making his way to Meridia. Ugh, kill him with fire. Oh, those things are horrendous. Green little monkeys. Thankfully, we just caught a quick glance. We avoided eye contact. They didn't notice us. See, here we have Stump collecting the Botwoon E-Tank. And he's gonna head down. He's gonna finish up. Told you he didn't forget. Setting up for the short charge. Certainly setting off the spark there, that's fine. Collecting the last of the, well, pretty much of the 4 items left remaining. Gonna collect these 2 in Aqueduct. Gonna head down and collect the last 2 in the last sand pit. Furthest to the left. Oh, and here we have Duck showing off some more swag in his route. Gonna collect X-Ray. Oh, and showing off those amazing grapple skills. Good job, Duck. Oh, I am loving it. Ba-da-pa-pa-pa. I am loving it. Duck just has to grapple his way back out. And Stump making his way like Taylor swiftly out of Meridia. But I believe he's gonna pick up Kraid missiles. Yep, he's gonna do that next. can either pick them up before or after Lower Norfair. Also preference. Just so that you don't forget. Duck is back in familiar territory. The water. The serene waters of Meridia. Duck is gonna want to be really careful. Gonna not set off the door transition. Position nicely and got the Main Street missiles of Meridia. Now from here, what Stump is going to do is he's going to pick up the Ice Beam. It'll assist him in freezing things pretty much, but it also does an additional 30 damage. So it makes the Ridley fight also a little bit easier. There you go, Stump. Cool off and enjoy yourself a nice log. It's log. Everyone loves a log. Everyone needs a log. Ooh, good space jumping too. By blammo! Also, Stump is going to be playing it safe, sparking right across, just to not fall down that shaft, the crumble shaft. Oh, so got the charge for the Transpark a little too early, but still a good strat. It's effectively that strat would have pretty much taken him to the end of the room with all the seahorses with that Shine Spark. So it's always a good one. Anything to see some Shine Sparks. It's actually also cool. It's cool. It's cool because he has Ice Beam, that's why it's cool. And the chronic boost. Yeah. Okay, so Duck just chilling at the beach, having a nice little mimosa, enjoying vacation. And things are gonna start to get a little heated here in Lower Norfair for Stump, but it's nothing he can't handle. Oh, he's gonna attempt a blue fireball. Well, he got the blue echoes just so that he doesn't get sniped out of space jumping by those flames. Here in the lavatory, draining that acid. Stump wants to be very careful here. Playing it safe is just gonna hold the jump button. Holding jump while having spring ball equipped just makes it so that you jump back up immediately upon touching the ground. So that's why he's able to just hop around. Avoid those pimp slaps, don't get smacked. Okay, good. Yeah, he's in the sweet spot here. It's not pixel perfect either. There's some lenience to where he can position himself. And Duck has actually mentioned to us how he goes about collecting these missiles entering aqueduct. Or should I say quackaduct? Because it's ducked. Because it's a quackaduck. I'm gonna sell this one. Quack. Because Captain Duck's a duck. And that's what ducks do. And it's called aqueduct, that room. Alright, cool. So, Stump getting the magic money strat here. Horizontal shrine sparking. Across getting the fast pillar strat. And here is the worst room of the game, not living up to its name. The only reason why it is called the worst room of the game is because in any percent, it's difficult to navigate your way through that room. You could just pretty much opt to kill all the space pirates, but for 100%, having screw attack makes it all the more easier to just simply jump, screw around with the space pirates, and destroy them. And thankfully, Stump did not fall after picking up those Mickey Mouse missiles. It's gonna be safe. Captain Duck also chooses to pick up the bot wound E tank. Again, it's all preference. And partly the reason why some runners pick up the bot wound E tank immediately is because they don't want to forget. Other times, why they pick it up a little bit after, probably at the end, before exiting Meridia, is to refill, because you're gonna be at low health after Dragon. Alright, Duck, you can do it. Clean Dragon. And Stump. No issues with those metal pirates. Duck is going to take out the turrets. Oh, really taking out and expressing his hate for Dragon by taking on those babies. Not the babies. Alright, so Duck is also going to set up for the grapple strat, and Stump, wasting no time, introducing his plasma beam charge wave combo to Ridley. So with the beams that Stump has equipped, it only takes 20 charge shots of plasma and wave and ice, of course. But after that, after the 20 shot, Ridley enters this. Ridley is technically dead, and I believe that there's a timer. I don't think it's 30 seconds. It could be less, but it might be 30 seconds. And after that time is up, Ridley just ends up exploding on its own, all by himself. No issue here for Stump either. Captain Duck's Kevin Spacey, and then getting the Robert Downey here. Down the vertical Metroid room. Duck is gonna get some running distance so that he can trigger the blue echoes and then fall down into the sand pit. Excellent space jumping skills by Stump. Clipping through. And attempted to speedball out of Wasteland, but that's also no issue. Captain Duck getting started on his sandpit item collection. After this, he's also going to be heading over to pay a quick visit to Shack Tool. Duck knows that ducks don't wear pants, so he just nimbly climbs up and out of the pants room, waits for Shack Tool. He's gonna go ahead and splash around. Gonna wait a little, wait and wait. Gonna plan out the rest of his duck route. I wonder if Duck has a MySpace. That way he could check it too. Stump is finishing up Lower Norfair. Gonna collect the Franker Z missiles in this room. Captain Duck with the ability to bounce in ball form. And here's those Franker Z missiles for Stump. It's looking good. This is a race. This is really looking good for both runners. Captain Duck is currently estimated about 7 minutes ahead of his PB. And Stump is 1 minute and 34 seconds ahead of his PB. Really, really good pace. These players, they make me so proud and so happy. And there's still more to go. Stump only has one item left to collect in Norfair, and that's these Bubble Mountain missiles. And Duck quickly approaching Plasma Beam. Yeah, definitely telling that gang of space pirates to chill. Freezing them. Keeping them in their place. Duck's farming on those little flubbers there. Avoiding the tortilla pancakes. Now again, Stump does old route, so his Crocomire section is all cleared out. All he has to do is pick up X-Ray and then clean up the rest of blue Brinstar. And criteria still. A couple items there. Captain Duck here invading the Cack-Attack Alley, making it his, taking every single one of them out, farming for those supers. Effectively, this room can now be called Quack-Attack Alley. Gonna farm up a little bit here. I think it just wants the missiles or just the health for Captain Duck. Now Captain Duck has already cleaned up the rest, all of Aqueduct, essentially when he first entered the room. So he will collect the last 2 items in Meridia and see himself out. Excellent space jumping skills by Stump. Setting off a little X-rave there. Stuff that's fine. He has much to celebrate about. I really do think that was the intended way to get speedrunners. Not even speedrunners, just players in general. With X-ray, just to kind of get them to slow down while shifting through their items. Have them take a good look and inspect what's going on in their surroundings. Stump getting the belly maze missiles. Stump is also approaching about being ahead of almost about 2 minutes ahead of his PB. Setting up for the short charge so that he can shine spark right across Old Mother Brain Room and pretty much not deal with the space pirates here. Nice and easy. Now Duck already has ice, so he's gonna power bomb his way down here. Collect the missiles that are tucked away to the left in this upcoming room. Duck's gonna set up for a yep. Shine spark here. All he has to do is just shoot and collect them as so. Stump with the 99th item. After this, he's gonna collect the 100th John Cena of the game, which is the another set of missiles that you can get if you're playing this game casually. You can get as soon as you defeat Bomb Torizo. Go, duck. Stump can have a nice relaxing period. Taking a quick break here in the waiting room. Reminisce over the bosses that he had to kill. Ah, those wonderful times. Down memory lane. Captain Duck also being really safe and just gonna spring ball by holding the jump button. Making the choice to collect the super missiles right before the fight. Gonna position himself right in the sweet spot. The sweet and sour spot. For this big meaty chicken. Good job. It looks like ducks are the better bird. Stump having, just a little issue here with this Metroid. We just let go. Alright. They're so clingy, those Metroids, I swear. You know, you save their species and all of a sudden they're eternally grateful. What's up with that? The last of the Metroid rooms down. But will Stump attempt the Metroid skip? Find out in the next few minutes, I guess. Just gonna get caught. He's gonna want to face right, save himself. So those 40 frames that aren't wasted in just having Samus stand up. Here we see Captain Donald Duck reuniting with his, just paying a visit to his Mickey Mouse friend in the Mickey Missile Mouse. Okay. Oh, that was close. Captain Duck was chilling just a little bit too long in the orange soda. Having himself some... Okay, that's fine. This is fine. Ooh, even killing the key hunters to reduce that lag. And Stump, no problem getting the Zap skip. Quickly finishing off Mother Brain 1. Entering Mother Brain 2 fight. And Mother Brain also just requires 20 charged shots of the Plasma Wave and Ice combo. At the 16th, after the 16th shot, she will enter her ketchup phase, where she just starts throwing ketchup everywhere across the kitchen. It's a pretty nerve-wracking fight in any percent, because in any percent you tend to only have around 3 to 5 energy tanks, and so if you take too much damage, if you have, for this category though, if you have anywhere in between 701 and 800 damage, you can set up for the stand-up glitch like Stump has did, as you see him doing. And you unequip Varia just so you can take more damage. Get yourself to that range. Duck is also about to finish off Ridley real soon. Should be done. There we are. Just waiting that pickup. Man, Ridley would really be a bad parent. Would neglect to pick up his own kids, I swear. And here we are with the Hyper Beam in Mother Brain 3. He was able to get enough damage during the baby Metroid cutscene, so it didn't spend too much time in Mother Brain 3 phase. All Stump has left to do is to escape. And again, he's on a nice PB pace. So everyone give him your energy. Oh no, that's alright. He just has to get another short charge. He's able to escape out of the climb room. Again, it doesn't matter because this is still PB pace. He's not gonna want to save the animals. And congratulations to Stump with a time of 1:30:17. PBing by 1 minute and 37 seconds. Really, really, really incredible run. Good game. Duck is just gonna go ahead and waddle his way out of Lower Norfair. Not after picking up the last missiles here, the Franker Z missiles. Going right past the Musketeers. Lily Squirtek helps out with everything. Now, don't you worry. Duck has already collected these items earlier in his run. So he will now escape out of Norfair. He also already has X-ray. He cleaned out all of Blue Brinstar. The only items he has left are the ones in the gauntlet. And for Stump, we're just awaiting the 100% confirmation. After these lovely credits, everyone from the R2D2 staff and the general manager, Senpai Yokoi. Shout out to Deer Force as well. Deer Force. Hype! Deer Force hype! Okay, so Duck is taking the more radio way out. It is faster than going. Oh, he's gonna shine spark upwards. Yep. Your rate for collecting items is 100%. Congratulations, Stumped. You are this match's winner. Feels good, man. Feels really good, man. Feels amazing, man. Yep, and Duck, of course, not forgetting. He's just gonna stop at the ship. He's gonna check, right? He's just gonna check for good measure. Yes, he does remember. And he's making his way uptown. Just to collect the E-tank and the 2 missiles here at the gauntlet. Oh, and just really fast, I want to make note that Stump's SRL time was 1:30:22. So once again, congratulations to the man himself, Stump. Be very okay. Yeah, he has Spring Ball, which might be actually why Duck chooses to do Gauntlet last, so that he can safely Spring Ball to check if he's to position himself right in the middle, so that he doesn't have to accidentally fall on one side and then climb all the way back up. So smart thinking. Duck. Duck is doing ducky things. Yup. What's happening here? I'm trying to remember. Trying to see what he's trying to do. Going down. Meet him at the club. It's going down. Probably going to the mall. It's going down too. Wait a minute. Is he doing it? And ladies and gentlemen, the duck route. We might see. Yep. We might see the myth, the fable, the legend. What everyone would once thought was pure fan fiction is actually true. Ladies and gentlemen, Spore Spawn as the true final boss. Could it be? What sort of quackery is this? He made it possible. Well, this should be no trouble at all. Just one hit with a charged plasma ice wave shot, and here we have the longest Spore Spawn RTA. Even though technically the RTA doesn't end until after defeating Spore Spawn and collecting the Spore Spawn supers. But again, this is the duck route, where anything is possible. Well, now that that's all done with, we can finally go back and mentally prepare ourselves for what is the stomach, the upset stomach of planet Zebes. Torian, that is. That's the upset stomach. And here we go, Duck, after an exhausting waddling throughout all over the planet. He's here at the waiting room. Now, this room is actually named after Wade Daniel Smith, speedrunner extraordinaire, known to be the only human possible, only living entity possible to get a short charge all within 2 tiles. That's why this room is named after him, because he's able to get some swaggy bomb jumps here, some swaggy short charges, some slope sparks even without the enemies. I don't know, I wish I could learn his tricks. Duck just eliminating every single one of these Metroids. They stand no chance. No wonder they're extinct. This brutality going right before my eyes. Duck is on a killing spree. Please have mercy on them. Nope. Of course not. Duck just wants that PB. In fact, even with going out of the way to kill Spore Spawn, wow, Duck is also going to just really put the hurt on these Metroids, power bombing them. But even with the Spore Spawn skill and kill, actually, Duck is still ahead of his PB by 4 minutes and about 16 seconds. So he knows that there's a free time save here. Yep, this game is, as Bernie Mac would say, it ain't no thing. Easy gaming, professional gaming. Demonstrated here by Duck. Facing right, saving some more frames. What a brilliant mind you are, Duck. Bring this win home for everybody. Man, space pirates beware, they know it is not duck hunting season tonight. Duck is leaving no trace of living organism behind here on this planet. Even for the Zebs, even killing those too, those are extinct. Doesn't even care about the hot Cheerios flying his direction, he just wants out. Meanwhile, Mother Brain is just chilling here. Mother Brain 1 phase doesn't really do much. We just launch super missiles at her. And the turrets, the hot Cheerios do the attacking themselves. Whew, all is safe and sound. But wait, there's more to this fight? Mother Brain phase 2 saying, wham. What's up, Duck? Preparing for the final showdown. Launching a meatball and some onion rings. Oh, the buffet is on tonight. But Duck will have none of it. Duck would rather be a living duck than pecking duck. On the menu. Serving it up. Glazing it with that ketchup that's fine. The iframes was able to save it from it. And I think the reason why Duck damages himself so low is because he doesn't equip unequip barrier. And I don't think he also goes for the Santa Glitch. Here we go, Mother Brain trying to glaze duck again, but fails, thwarted by the one and only baby Metroid that continues to die. Run after run after run, race after race after race. Sam is just chilling, trying to catch her breath. Mother Brain temporarily on timeout, just crouches in the corner. Oh, coming out. Just dishing out those onion rings all over that baby Metroid's face. Stop. You can't take it anymore. Not baby Metroid. Why? And here comes Captain Duck to save the day. The baby Metroid yelling its final, "Avenge me!" Like the Green Goblin and Spider-Man. Captain Duck dishing out the Kappa Pride Beam. Whew. Really making Mother Brain taste the rainbow. Whew. And Mother Brain is down. Run home, Charlie! Run home! Somebody set him up the bomb. And now Duck has to escape as fast as possible. Oh right, 69 missiles, shutouts, yada yada, you know, what's up, Wild? But that's not important. This is Duck's story right now. But along the way, Duck is faced with a moral dilemma. Should he save or not save these animals? These animals. Oh, they're animals. Which is why some people love them. And some people don't like them. Climb up, Charlie. Climb up. You can do it, Duck. Why do we fall, Captain Duck? So we can learn to quack ourselves up. Just going for the PB. Saying duck the animals. Duck them to heck. And touchdown. Captain Duck ending his run with a nice clean PB of an exact, wow, 148. I'm waiting for the timer here by Duck. His SRL time. See, it says here that his time is actually a 1:49:06 on SRL. So congratulations to Captain Duck. Also a nice healthy race personal best. Duck just bringing another one home, you know? Duck is truly an inspiration to viewers, speedrunners alike. He is that very symbol that shows how much you can have experimenting with the routes, playing the game, having fun. Look at that cute, adorable little ducky. I guess he's happy go ducky. He's up all night to get ducky. He's up all night to get ducky. So while we wait for this 100% confirmation, please be sure to give both of these runners a follow. They did an incredible job. They both PB'd. There's that duck force. Hype. Hype. Phenomenal. Let's see here for the confirmed 100%. Congratulations, Duck, on another one. Besting your personal best. Putting up such a spectacular fight. Spectacular race. Congratulations to both runners. Nice done and well jobbed. So this concludes this race. But don't go away, because coming up next, we have another spectacular race prepped for you. We have racing is Boozda against EOD Tex. So stay tuned.
multiple times. race is getting ready to start.